Peretz Katz, who's going to be talking to us both about Salash, which he's been organizing, we've been working with. You're going to find out all about that, and also introducing Mr. Brown. Rabbi Peretz Katz.
Kavod Arav, Reb David Brown, Brad, and the rest of the Beit. I'll just be 2-3 minutes because I'm more interested, as I'm sure you all are, as to what Reb Brown is going to say. Can you hear me there? Dr. Lex? Can you hear me? Okay. So, just a couple of minutes as to what Salash is really all about. About 2 months ago, I went with Rav Grossman, who took a group. You may be familiar with Rav Grossman from Migdalor. He took a group of us to visit some soldiers and do a barbecue in the south, which was quite a common activity. We went for barbecue one afternoon. And across the road from the Shetta, as I was going out, I see a very open Shetta. And there's hundreds and hundreds of Chayalim here. And at that Shettach was an open space, and I thought it would be a really nice idea if we could have a Beis Medrash with the Avreichim, ideally Haredi Avreichim, learning and davening as a Shmirah for the Chayalim, who in turn will be seeing firsthand across the road what's going on. So I looked into that. I spoke to the Rabbanat at the RDF. They were very excited about the idea, but they couldn't give me right at the end of the day to the Shettach, which ideally I wanted. So instead, they referred me to a Tzomet, known as Tzomet Kehillat, which is really a hub, was created by 3 brothers, founded and operated by 3 brothers, 5 minutes out from Ofakim, and a 10 to 20 minute drive from most of the bases in the south. Now let me give you a very small idea, because it's the best I can do without pictures, as to what this Tzomet is all about and what they're doing. At its peak, they were making 35,000 hamburgers a day. 10,000 burgers were transported into Gaza. The rest was eaten at the Tzomet. Now let me put that in context. A good McDonald's in Tel Aviv is producing around 2,500 hamburgers a day. So we know what we're talking about. There's a lot of Chayalim who don't eat meat. So there's vegan hamburgers. There's a lot of Chayalim that don't want to eat hamburgers. So there's other types of food as well. There's Chayalim that need haircuts. There's Chayalim that need physiotherapy. There's Chayalim that needs just a place to recover, maybe see a psychologist, etc. At this Tzomet, they provide all those services. At its peak, there were over 20,000 soldiers a day coming in and out at different times. I was taking a tour by the founder, a person known as Alex Schubert, and it was obviously very impressive, incredibly impressive. And at the end of the tour, I said to him, as impressive as it is, you don't have a place for the Chayalim to daven or maybe to learn for a short while. He's not a firm person. He said to me, that's absolutely right, go ahead and do it. And thank God that's what we did. And today, he's given us really the prime location. As you walk into the Tzomet, on your right-hand side, we've put up quite a nice size 80 square meter shul, which the Chayalim use both to daven and to learn. It's got Sforim. I've transferred my whole library there, and I collected from a lot of other people. I go there about 2-3 times a week. On every occasion I'm there, I see people learning, and I see Sforim from Gemaras to a Beis Yosef, to a Shulchan Aruch, all over the table. So it's been well used. On any day, there's about 5 or 6 minyonim both for Mincha and Ma'ariv. That's over 100 mitpalalim a day. One thing I should say, we have had a number of events, and for me to do this, it's well out of my league. I couldn't organize any of this. Someone introduced me to an organization known as Tzalash, and they are responsible for the religious and the spiritual input into the Chayalim. It's not, as I originally thought, a kiruv organization. In their words, they're more into in-reach than outreach. It's a difficult set of circumstances from Dati Chayalim to, grow in their Yiddishkeit, to maintain their Yiddishkeit, etc. And that's their sole focus and their activities. They're doing this through Shabbatons, Shiurim, learning programs, etc. By way of an example, the head of the organization, or I should say the Poisek, is Rav Osher Beis. What they've done with Rav Osher is they've put out the entire Minchas Osher into a format that Chayalim can keep in their pants pocket, that's the size of their books, or in their backpack. Soft cover, small. I don't know if they've completed the whole of Minchas Osher, but certainly Bereshis and a number of other Sforim is available in this format. I once remember hearing from the Rav, if I remember correctly, it was many years ago. I think you said was said about Rav Avadia Yosef, that when he went out to a trip, he will take a lot of Sforim. And when I asked, why so many Sforim? It's a short journey. And he responded, I'm not sure exactly what I would have the headspace to learn. Do I want to learn Gemara? Do I want to learn Chumash, etc.? So I take a few Sforim, and I've got optionality, as it were. And that's very much what they explained to me with the Chayalim as well. As you would appreciate, given what they go through a day, and I'm seeing these guys at the end of the day, it's unbelievable that they can come back to a base and have a headspace to learn. So what they did is they put together, and this particular sefer is by Rav Gottlieb, who lives here as a Rav in Ramat Beit Shemesh, on Chumash. Every parsha is separated. Obviously, they're not going to come back and pick up a Ramban or something too intense, etc. But for each parsha, there will be a sikum of all the Rishonim, 2-3 pages. Sorry, not all the Rishonim, a handful of Rishonim. 3-4 pages with the sikum of those 3 or 4 pages. The next chapter, 3 or 4 pages, all the Achronim. Then there will be 3-4 pages on Musa, 3-4 pages on Halacha, and 1 or 2 others. The purpose of the book, again, we don't know what one will have their headspace to learn, but there's optionality. And again, the format has to be in the size, weight, for the Chayalim to carry it with them. That is the type of work which they do. One last story, we had managed to get a friend of mine from school, Rav Doron Peretz. His son is a hostage. He's a Chayal. On duty, volunteered. He went to battle on the 7th of October. 2 sons, one is injured. The other is, please God, we hope in a hostage. I went to see him about a month ago. And it was, what do you say to such a person? It's a difficult meeting. We sat together for about 2 hours. It's hard to articulate this, but I didn't hear Emunah. I lived Emunah for 2 hours. It was unbelievable. I thought I would go to give him chizuk. This is just otherworldly Emunah coming from him. I highly recommend anyone to listen to his shiurim that he's been given through his experience of all of this. Rav Doron Peretz, you can find it all over the various social medias or YouTubes, etc. He came to speak both to the Chayalim and to a number of the families as well. And the chizuk that's been given is really quite extraordinary. And with that, so that is, I hope, some kind of a background, what Tzalash is doing. It's very effective. They're really doing well there. Again, just to sum up here and to finish off, I thought this would be a bit of an outreach idea and goodwill that the Avreichem will be learning there. It turns out that the need of so many Dati Chayalim was just unbelievable on its own. And it's worked out, thank God, to be a tremendous service for their Ruchni within their service. Turning to Reb Dover Brown, let me just say in 1 minute, our two have been down south and up north. And as someone said, there's no question, we can all testify to how small Eretz Israel is. But it's without question one of the smallest countries in the world, but it's got the biggest family in the world. And everything that so many people like yourself have been doing, what's going to visit, it's taking food, it's taking mattresses, tents, etc. Through my interactions with the Chayalim, you cannot believe what a difference it makes. Far, far more so than what we think. So as I say, much more interested to hear from you. So on behalf of the Rav, Brad and the Vard, if you can come and address us.